together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing, Young. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juice. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw on 3rd down. Johnson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, this defense for the Commanders is much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Young to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Pulling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Good, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. 6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. Here is Young. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Roughing the passer, defense.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now Young. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Young to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. To throw, Young. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage. On
first down. Good. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Back to throw. Johnson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. You look at this Carolina defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
I'm not sure that that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Johnson's that's taken in by Okonkwo. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 45-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 18 carries, 131 yards, and also the score.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand This is the amount you have. Make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2nd and 10. Now Young. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dive. Young. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Jack Fox now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So here is Washington now to take over. Last week they got a good victory over the Dallas Cowboys, and they are in the driver's seat here right now as well. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play. It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. A give left side to Robinson. And he'll work down inside the 45.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Johnson looking to throw on 2nd down. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Here's Johnson on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They'll look to throw again. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw again. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Cameron Sample. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw. Johnson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Johnson. Touchdown, Washington. Chigakonkwo, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
This has to be great for the psyche of this offense. Presented with bad field position, they didn't let it stop them. They rolled downfield and scored a touchdown.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Good. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now he'll try to run with this. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Looking to throw. Johnson finds Gibbs on a check down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Operating from the gun. Johnson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Carolina offense about ready to go. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Good. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. We'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Young now. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
This is taken at about the 14. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Johnson. Short throw taken in by Conquo. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Johnson. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. Give them 18 on the play.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans. where it was the visiting Bills who were able to come away with the victory on the road. 28-10, the final. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. Tajay Spears, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Lamar Jackson leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Ready up!
Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Johnson over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now Johnson on first down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. Now they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down. 2nd down and 8. Looking to throw, Young. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Young on 3rd down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Parker, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Now the Washington offense heading out. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Johnson now to throw on 2nd down. That one complete out to Dotson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Handoff now to Robinson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's got his target. That's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And the Panthers will get the football back. Though certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And Young's throw there incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. He's got a man complete. Big yardage that time for Washington. And even 40 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing is McDonald. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
McDonald sets to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
A 50-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the 3rd quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 two-point conversions? That's difficult.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Good. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Young to throw it. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Taken in at the 22. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On second down, here's Gibbs. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
McDonald. That is caught. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Complete, it's Dodson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's McDonald to throw. Oh, he makes the catch off the tip by the safety. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
Out of the gun, McDonald. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Jahmyr Gibbs, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Commanders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page, because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on fourth down. Throwing, Young. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Young will set to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 36. To the air once more, Young. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Young. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Here's Young. That's caught by Meredith right side. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by a good couple of yards as they end up getting 6 there on 4th and 4. Up the middle they go. Good. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Here's 2nd and 10. Young. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Quiddy Pay, his 2nd sack of the night.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
3rd and 19. Young. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. plenty pay. 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Looking left sideline, it's complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts, not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On the draw, Robinson. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 31-yard line.
Robinson with another carry. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. The offense on 3rd down tonight. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Robinson. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field here come the Panthers. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Here we go. Black block. Check right.
Young on 1st down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 40 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Commanders. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early...
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Washington, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1.